What is up, everybody? Welcome to Live at Lunch number 45. I'm your host, Music Man for Christ, along with Andy. And what are you eating? Pasta? You say pasta? We're working on that. All right, well, it is a joy to have you. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's belated. Hopefully you had time to spend with family and your friends. Probably, hopefully, and family more so than anything. And that you had lots of turkey. Gobble, gobble. Say gobble, gobble, people. But anyway, the title of my Live at Lunch today is Check Out Your Library. And there's a reason for that. Let's eat your pasta instead of poking yourself with your fork. Yep, thank you. Oh yeah, I gotta put that too. So anyway, yeah, lots of things going on, you guys. Besides Turkey Day, again, hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did. Split the day with my wife's family in the morning, and we had breakfast and like a Thanksgiving lunch, if you will. Went to my family and had Thanksgiving dinner, so it was 2 Thanksgivings in one day. It was crazy, but he was a trooper, and he did pretty good, Andy, I have to say. Yeah. And now he's eating pasta. Cleanse the palate from all the turkey and stuff. But anyway, we had a great time with family, and her parents live less than an hour away. My parents are in the same boat as well, so at least our family, both sides, are pretty close. Got to see my brother and sister-in-law who are in Columbus. They have a little one too, a little older than Andy, so it's nice to see them play together, and they really only see each other around holidays, so again, it's nice to watch them play and just, be dad. It's just nice to not work, I'm sure that many of you guys are in the same boat when it comes to that. When it's finally a holiday, you just get to be a parent or just step back for a little bit. And that was totally my case for Turkey Day yesterday. So we'll talk about the library in a bit. I also want to talk about Michigan and Ohio State, because if you know me, I am a Wolverine fan. I just got a thumbs up. I'm sure they're going to take it away if you're a Buckeye. But I have to say, go blue. It's going to be a great game. I have no idea who's going to win because both teams are really, really good. Ohio State's on fire. Michigan is also just doing great. So we'll see how it's going to be tomorrow, Saturday. So it's going to be an interesting game. I hope in a way it's not a blowout like last year, even though Michigan did win. But I think it was the half. They were up at least by a touchdown or two. And by the end of the third quarter, it was just like, okay, I got to turn it off or just walk away because it's not worth it, It's one of those football games. So hopefully it doesn't turn into that, but we'll see. So they're at the Horseshoe this year. If you don't know football, that means that they're playing in Columbus where Ohio State is. So Wolverines will be away for this year, but it's all good in the hood, people. It's going to be a great game.
No big.
No big? Okay, you can put it right there. Yum. We're having pasta if you just joined us. Anyway, have that one. There's a little pasta right there. There you go. No meat. Yum. Have apple too. So we have pasta, we have an apple. It's going to be great. So yeah, anyway, you clicked on the video because it's Live at Lunch, but it's also about the library. And this morning I wanted to run an errand to get a water softener filter, and lo and behold, the place that we get our filters from was closed. It makes sense because it is Thanksgiving holiday and it's Thanksgiving weekend, so that's all right. Got to roll with the punches here. So I decided, hey, we're all already out. Why don't we go to the library? And I found out that the library was open today. So we head to our local library. And I grew up with this library. In high school, it's right next door to the school, so we would walk. If I'm waiting for my brother to finish, some sports practice like baseball or soccer, it was just our place to hang out because at the time, as a freshman or even sophomore, I couldn't drive. Hey, can you eat, please, and not play with your food? But it was nice. It was just like our hangout spot. Do you want something different? Okay. Can you eat a little bit more pasta first, and then I'll give you something different? There you go. Eat that. Little. Little. I know you had pasta yesterday too, with your cookie. Oh boy. So, anyway, you guys, I wanted to treat Andy to the library, and it's open at 9 o'clock, so I figured, let's go. We were right on time, about 10 minutes after opening, basically. You want some apple? Okay. Yeah, I cut the apple for you. There you go. Welcome. And I haven't been to the library in years. I feel bad. Part of it is, we could have taken him earlier, but with the whole COVID thing, you had to wear your mask, and it was so ridiculous with the restrictions with the lockdown. It was like, you know what, forget the library for now. We can live without it. We got tons of other resources. And I feel bad saying that, but it is what it was back then. Now it's almost back to normal. Yeah, that's the skin. Do you want me to take the skin off? Okay. So yeah, and finally today, I think was one of his first days in the library. I think he's been in there before, but we just had time to just spend as a father and son there. So I go to the kids section, and it's cool because they have a plush Curious George, like full body Curious George there. They have, let's see what else, a big Lego table. They have a bunch of other things for kids. So it was nice. You want more apple? So we got to read a Llama Llama book. We got to read a Where's Spot, different book, not the original Where's Spot, but different. Here, we're taking that off because we're playing with our food, okay? Yeah. Drink some Wawa, please. Thank you. Anyway, I just lost my only viewer, but that's okay. Sorry, distracted. Drink your water and eat your apple, please. So, anyway, what was so interesting with this trip to the library is, number one, I haven't been there in a while, like I said, and it was nice to have him explore what I grew up with, right? And I'm sure if you're a parent out there, you get that vibe where you're like, oh, I got to take the kid down to the city so he can explore the Christmas lights, or I got to take him to wherever, because I grew up with it, and he has to experience the same thing. Yeah, want more? More apple? Okay. We're not going to play with our food, though, okay? So that was the whole point of going to the library, aside from just learning and looking at different books that we don't have. Well, there was a lot of books we don't have, for sure, and this one just got me. It was hilarious, and if you know me, you know that it's open season, baby. I don't care who you are, if you're a conservative, if you're a liberal. There's some stupid stuff out there, and this book was like the cherry on top, which is hilarious. Granted, I didn't open it, and I should have, but this was just so funny. So we're in the kids section, and the Lego table, bless you, and there's this book that's in the featured section on the top shelf where there's like this, basically it's a square area where the Lego table's in the middle, Curious George is on the side, and the kids can play and read and do stuff. Well, one of the featured books was Goodnight Racism. Makes you feel good about yourself. Why is this book, number one, in a featured section, and number two, I know, why is it in the kids section? Okay, so I can answer the second one. It is a kid's book. It looked like it was designed for like upper elementary. Want more apple? Okay. Or like preteen kind of area. So upper elementary, preteens. And I should have looked at it, people. But it was like so strange. And then there was more like anti-Thanksgiving books, or just like 1621 Thanksgiving, or just something that was just very off to me. And it was extremely one-sided, extremely left, right? We know that most people that work at the public library is getting closer. More apple? Okay, I can't cut it fast enough. Most people that work at the library itself, administration, whatever, or even big donors are on one side of the aisle, and it's no secret to that. but it was completely blatant, you guys. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm at the 10-minute mark, so I gotta wrap it up pretty soon. But I want you to go check out your local library, see if you see the same thing that I saw. I live in a semi-rural community, so it's not like we're in, you know, East Cleveland or something like that, where of course it's gonna be blue everything, left everything, you know, everything that's on the left side of the aisle, ideology. Whoa, man, he's eating so fast. He loves his apple. Pasta, not so much. Huh? Oh, push? Well, let's do apple first. So check out your local library. See if you see the same thing that I do. And I'm not against libraries. I grew up with them. I grew up with one really cool one, actually. Not the one that I took Andy to. Sorry, notification. But I grew up with one in South Euclid, Ohio. And you know what's funny? It's not a library anymore. It's a privately owned museum, which is lame like that. So, I encourage you to go check out your library, see if you see the same things that I'm seeing. And I would say the next step would be talk to your voters, talk to your friends in the same community. And if there's a library levy coming up, let's eat. And if there's something that's completely one-sided, you might want to talk about that in a community meeting, because is the library even worth being funded if it's not allowing the diversity of thought? Just saying. So, yeah. This is how he feels. Oh. Okay. I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. So just check out your library. Invest in your library. It's a good thing. But if it's one-sided, we got to have a conversation about it. Excuse me. We're not going to throw food. We're at the throwing food stage. So I'm going to sign off. Have a blessed week. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Make sure you're thankful for other things. Not just your libraries, but other things in your community. Family, crying babies, toddlers, and throwing food. All right. God bless. Bye.